All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. I told you we'd be back quick. This is a week later. We are back live and on your feeds, wherever you're listening to us. We want to say thank you to everyone who stuck around. They did stick around, Katie. Your
Good.
wrist,
I'm
your
glad I
wrist.
didn't
Yeah,
lose us
I know.
listeners.
Well, maybe a couple. Maybe a couple. People give up
Mm,
so quickly. Oh, they're done. They're done. They're not releasing
really?
anymore. Yeah, oh, no,
Oh,
I don't know. There's
Pretty
no exit
fickle.
poll. Yeah. What's that?
They're pretty fickle if they do that.
Yeah.
We don't want
Yeah.
your kind if you're gonna
That's
have that
true.
attitude. Also, podcast listeners of every faith denomination, you have to pray or sacrifice to your respective deity for Katie's wrist to get better, fully recover.
mhm.
True.
You know,
Thank you. Thank
you-
you.
Yeah, it's going to be well, we record basically every 2 weeks after this point. So how many more recordings approximately the cast will be released?
I actually have no idea
Oh, okay.
about the cast part. The doctor did say that it won't be fully normal for a year,
Oh, geez.
but I'll be able to
I'm
do
so glad
stuff.
that wasn't your dominant hand, huh?
I know, but I'll be able to do stuff pretty soon,
Oh,
hopefully.
of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Just don't ice skate. Imagine if you went ice skating next year at this time and you got
I had a dream. Actually, I had a dream that I was with my cast ice skating. Yeah.
Oh, brave.
And I
Well,
was
hockey
scared.
players do it all the time. They get injured, they
Yeah.
go back on the ice again.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, okay. All right. Well, we hope everyone, I guess at this time, had a good New Year and that everyone had a safe New Year break when they're listening to this after we were live. And your New Year's resolutions come true. That's up to you, I guess. I guess you have to make that true. Okay, we've got a lot to go on here. So, Katie, oh yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
I got a Christmas gift that is Rocky
Oh,
related.
oh yeah. Let's see it. Oh wow.
Yo, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. It's Yo with Rocky's face as the O.
Who got
That
it
is
for you?
awesome.
One of my
Yeah, who got it?
sisters.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, cool. What
Yeah.
a thoughtful gift.
Mhm.
I might make that the thumbnail for sure. So that's awesome. Yeah.
And
That's,
green it's green, and green's my favorite color. So
maybe I knew that because I think I mentioned that because it's the thumbnail for our show. But awesome. Well, that looks great. That's really cool swag, by the way. And that's cool that your sister got that for you. I love Rocky swag. I haven't gotten any for a while, but that's awesome. Congrats. And I'm still waiting for my Blu-ray DVD. We'll do the showing together. Oh, you have it. You're going to do it now. Fine. Go ahead. Show the audience. You've already shown it.
I'll show it when you do too.
Is
But
that
it's cool.
Gino's
I'm
one?
excited. Yes,
That's
yes.
Gino's. Yeah.
This is the cover.
I don't know why I thought
Okay.
it wouldn't look like that. Like I thought it would just be like this sketchy, like in some kind of clear case.
Same.
With like Sharpie written on it, like Rocky Four. But no, like
That's
that looks,
exactly what I was expecting.
no offense,
So-
Gino. It's more a projection of me and how I would do things.
Me too.
No, that looks amazing. It actually comes for our listeners. It looks like a Blu-ray case. It actually has the Blu-ray symbology on the case, and
It looks
like
legit. Yeah, it
yeah,
looks really
that's
good.
awesome.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to watching it and receiving it. Like I said, I got the email that said it's landed. It's the tracker is here, but we're probably backlogged with the Canadian Post. So, yeah. Okay, I believe we have some comments from our already from our last episode. I was surprised. I just dropped it 24 hours ago at the time of recording, like not even, and people jumped on it right away to give us some commentary to read for today. I didn't think we'd have time for
Good.
that or have anything to read today, but we do. So yeah.
We have some comments from X at Cobra Commander 15. My assumption is that Jimmy and Mike are a first and middle name, or that Jimmy is a nickname. You had
Who
thought
said
that
one?
could potentially
That
be
was-
the case, Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle,
I had
Didn't you?
suggested that in the last. I said if I had to be an apologist and come up
That's
with
right.
something for that to make sense, the middle name thing to me is the best one I can think of.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Jules' dialogue reminded me of Little Marie. That's fair.
Yeah,
And he says, I agree. Robert was very skeptical of her because Rocky had warned him to watch out for scams and deception.
Ooh, good point.
imagine if Rocky 5 got really cheesy to the point where Jewel was Little Marie's daughter or something like
Oh,
that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they
Yeah.
did do that.
well, yeah. Actually, that's actually not even that bad of a storyline, really, considering he never really truly hooked up with Little Marie. But if Robert did, that's almost apropos. If he kind of did that, actually. But they always had the father-son issues going out through this series. Why not? I mean, Tony's son and Apollo's son, Rocky's son. Why not a Little Marie's daughter?
The only thing is like so Jewel would have been born in 70. 77. She's the same age as Robert, 76, 77.
Oh, he's my age, so 75. He's about my like the actor. Sorry,
No,
Sage
I'm talking the
actor.
character, right?
Oh, sure.
We know like the Rocky's son was born in 76.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
And so and Marie was 12 and 75. So Marie would have had to give birth at 13, which is pretty fucked. So
No. That's actually, I think that would track given.
Yeah, I know, but
That's
I
right.
like it's possible, but that would be
Yeah.
like messed up. Like it'd be like
Yeah.
I don't want
great.
to. I would think about is someone whose daughter is like
That'd be too
getting close
depressing.
to that age. I don't even want to like conceive of that.
Well,
No
I
pun
mean,
intended.
yeah.
We have some an Instagram comment. He says, "Hey guys, it's Paul, aka Eddie is my god from the YouTube comments. I just finished the last pod and laughed my arse off at the talk about me and Katie being globetrotters. Haha. I'm off to Morocco again in 8 days. So the next episode will either be listened to on the plane or on my first night there. It's such a cheap place to fly to from the UK. Traveling to London to catch the flight costs more than the flight itself somehow." From Gatwick, he says,
that's so jealous of Europeans.
oh my God, they
fly
yeah.
for so cheap, and you can go to so many cool places.
Just wait, Kyle. He says from Gatwick Airport in London to Agadir, Morocco, it's only $16, not $60, $16 in the US, which is 23 Canadian bucks. And hotels are less than $20 US per night. It's dirt cheap, but absolutely incredible out there. I can't
That's
get a
really cool.
lift for $16 a mile away from my house.
No,
Yeah, I don't
no.
like. I've watched videos on like how low budget airlines work, but I can't remember. Like, I think the way they get you, if I remember right, is like that price is $16, but then it's like
You got a
if you want
bag.
to bring a carry-on, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, like the charges add up really quickly.
If you're
But then
like a
if you're
guy
like
with
really,
a backpack, it probably
yeah,
would.
if you're disciplined and smart though, you could really take advantage of that.
Mhm. It would not
I know
work for me.
Ryanair wanted to start playing around with the idea of charging to use the restroom.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I
that
don't think they're actually
crazy.
doing that. I think they were like toying with that idea. Like on those really short haul flights, like an hour or less, or like something like that.
Oh,
where
so
it's
they don't
like-
have to pay someone to clean it?
Well, no, just because they know people are going to need to use the restroom, and if you got to go, you're going to pay, right?
Hmm. That's pretty bad.
Aisle. It's gonna be an aisle.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you can use the, like those throw up bags.
Oh yeah. I actually did see a whatever on X or Instagram or something, probably X, where a lady was shatting down the aisle. She was like
Nice.
this
Ooh,
Looney
ooh.
Toony type. I forget why. Either she's either getting dragged off the plane or she couldn't hold it and decided to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, for real.
that's-
And the plane had to get cleared, of course.
Oh my God, gross.
Yeah. You're banned for life. Banned for life when you do stuff like that.
Oh my God. So Paul goes on to say, I'll be sure to tell anyone who speaks English that they need to listen to the pod. Got to boost that rare Moroccan demographic, right?
Yeah.
See how many Morocco listeners we have.
Well, I was
in
just
our,
gonna
in
say,
our
if you
weekly
listen to
business
us-
meetings behind the scene, we do talk about penetrating certain markets, and the Moroccan market is really
That's
top of our
true.
list for sure.
Mhm, it is.
True.
Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I hope the holiday season is superb for all three of you. I spent the 25th on the beach in the sun while all my UK mates are shivering in the cold. Oh, that sounds lovely. And he has a camel and a sun emoji to top it off.
There you go.
Don't ride the
Thank-
camels. Nobody, don't partake in any sort of animal things on your vacays. They're
So I was
abused.
going to say, but yeah, thank you. But I just want to say to
PSA.
Paul, yeah, that's fine. We appreciate it. Yes, be kind. Paul, he did send that via Instagram. It's a little bit late. I changed the editing just at the end that he spent. He said I'm spending, but I changed it to spent because Instagram hides your messages if you're not quote unquote friends of the like. So I don't follow a lot of people with the show. Like we have a lot of followers, but I don't follow a lot of people back. So he messaged. It was a hidden message, so it's a little bit late. And I think it was Paul that mentioned that he broke his wrist as well. Wasn't that him that said that he?
I thought
Yeah.
so. Yeah. Like his
Yeah.
bones in his hand or something.
Yeah. So it's a little bit behind. Anyways, I wanted to make sure his message was read. That I'll just have to be better checking my Instagram messages. Okay.
That does sound lovely though.
No. yeah.
Then we have one from some YouTube comments. One from Eccentric Views, aka Gino. Thanks again, Gino.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He says, "You're welcome, Katie. It's the least I could do, considering all the hours of entertainment you guys provide. Better than any Netflix subscription." Hey, put that in a review. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Netflix. So if you're listening, we are interested.
Mhm.
You
Can
can.
you imagine? Yeah.
He says, "I saw The Work Print 8 years ago, so I forgot about all of those awesome scenes that were cut. The more I watch your episodes, the more I realize how good Rocky 5 is." Got a
Nice.
convert.
Thank you,
We're changing
sir.
minds. Yeah.
But
I
we've
think.
talked
Oh, go ahead, please.
we've talked it's just that the other Rocky movies are so elevated
Right.
that this in comparison doesn't seem as good, but against any other random movie, it's still
It's a good
superior.
film.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the problem. It's a normally fine film, but people get so because Rocky 4 was Rocky 4. I tell people you got to sell. I mean, even though you have the Rocky 4 Redux, people need to settle down about Rocky 4. You know, in a certain sense, we talked about that through our whole season 4. I don't want to rehash it all out, but the problem with Rocky 5 is that it followed Rocky 4. If Rocky 4 like didn't exist somehow, if they went to Rocky 3 to Rocky 5 somehow, like tweaking some plot devices, I think it would be liked a little bit more. You know, just because Rocky 4 didn't exist.
Yeah, I think too. Rocky 5. I know technically it came out in the 90s, but it's really more like 1990s. Not substantially different than the 80s. I feel.
Right.
Rocky 5 does not belong in 80s film.
Mm-mm.
Like Rocky
Right.
3 and 4 are real 80s. They're real products of the
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
I feel like Rocky 5 is just not that. That's not its time. Like it's the audience were not looking for that kind of film at that time. I think.
Yeah, and it is different because they broke because it's not in the 70s or 80s, and it tried to stay current and use, new music as they did in the 80s, and it just
Yeah.
paid off by using
Yeah.
Robert Tepper in the 80s,
Yeah.
but using this 90s, early 90s like hip hop didn't, for whatever reason, that's not Rocky. The Rocky audience doesn't like that.
Oh, speaking of Rocky music, okay, so there was a heavyweight championship fight that happened last week.
Oh, really?
Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, and Tyson Fury lost his undisputed title to Usyk.
This just happened?
Yeah, just like last week.
Wow.
The fight was not broadcast in the well, it was broadcast in the US, but no one cared because there was like some kind of college sports thing going on at the same time. I can't remember what it was, but the fight was in Saudi Arabia.
Huh.
Anyways, Usyk from Ukraine, he kept his title in the rematch. It was a really good fight. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because the pre-fight and post-fight, they were playing Rocky music for
Cool.
the fans, like both Bill Conti and Vince DiCola.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's like that's interesting, like how influential that music is, that it's played all these decades later at boxing events. Like that's pretty cool for Sly as someone who never actually boxed professionally or even in amateurs to have that big of an impact on boxing. That like you're acting actually like heavily, like there's probably no boxer alive that doesn't know who Rocky is.
Well, yeah, and there's people who have literally joined the sport professionally because of the films. That's
Yeah,
insane.
good point. It's inspirational. Similar note, or it just jogged my memory. I was listening to a podcast about not a movie podcast at all, but it's two hosts, a guy and a girl, probably about Kyle's age, maybe a touch younger, like mid to late 30s. And the guy somehow, I don't know, he's not seen anything.
Oh.
Like he doesn't know anything about pop culture like at all. And the girl is different from me in that like I wouldn't have pegged her to be a Rocky fan, but she had mentioned that somehow Rocky came up and I was afraid, but she was like, no. She was telling her male co-host, you have to see it. It really genuinely is a phenomenal movie. And I was like, yes, thank you. Another woman that doesn't even like sports movies or boxing.
There you go. You need to comment on the
Recognizes.
social media and say, I agree, as a host of the One More Round podcast.
Yeah. I don't think I follow them on social media, but maybe,
You don't have to. You can still comment.
Yeah.
Just find them.
Yeah.
And say, hey, you should, or even tell me who they are. I'll do it with our account. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Donald does bring up a good point here. That Sly is indeed in the Boxing Hall of Fame, despite never boxing. So I agree.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
That's a pretty cool accomplishment.
for sure.
We have one more YouTube comment from The Misfit 74 referencing Kyle's movie rec from last episode. Great White Hype is a brilliant satirical look at the state of boxing in the mid 90s.
He agrees. And if we indeed do a boxing podcast after the One More Round series is over, I believe that's on the list. I think you already put it on that list. I would assume. Katie.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
can't
think
remember, but yeah. Okay.
It must be. It must be.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for the interaction. We do have. Well, it's funny. I thought we weren't going to have any comments or emails because it was such a quick turnaround. But I did send you guys a little bit of homework. We can go over it quickly, kind of yay or nay, and a quick why or no. From because we owe it to David Burrell, and David Burrell, you owe us that video footage if you indeed had that charity fight for cancer. If you have that footage, please send it to me. I would love to watch it. I would love to share it, and we'd love to. We'd love to root you on. No, I want to see it. That's really cool that you did something like that. I'd love to see any kind of footage you may or may not have for the that charity fight that you did. Okay, but he gave us or his kind of fan. What did he call us? Or let me just see what he wrote here. He goes, "Hey guys, another night shift means I turn my attentions this time to a prequel rather than a remake of Rocky. In doing this, I've tried to keep the ages to what they would be pre-Rocky timeline, their ages. But as we all know, the timelines, ages in this franchise can be loose at best. So what do you reckon?" Now, I'm glad he said that, and I'm going to use my yay or nays with some of the choices that he gave us regarding the ages and why it would or wouldn't work, regardless of what he prefaced with this with. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at the list and or look at the names if you didn't know the names, because I had to look up a couple names. I'm not going to lie to you.
I knew all of them, but the first one,
Wow,
one was the only one.
knew.
Daniel
Oh,
Kaluuya.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew Daniel Kaluuya when I saw the face. I just didn't know his name because I've seen him in stuff. But okay, good for you. Okay, that was the only two I didn't know was Finn and Daniel. So Finn Wolfhard, that's quite the last name. He suggested he plays the young Rocky pre the Rocky film. I know he's a good actor, and I know he's rather lanky, which is irrelevant in Hollywood. You can put a
Well, he's Canadian, so that's a big no.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a no. We'll be quicker. It was a no for me.
Should be no for me, dog.
It's a hell no for me. I didn't know who he was, and I looked him up, and I'm like, not in a bazillion years. The opposite of who I would cast as Rocky.
Yeah, good
Austin
actor.
Butler is who I would cast.
Austin Butler. Sure, good actor.
They have to be good looking. They have to be tough. They have to. They can't be
Well,
like a
interesting
Timothy
though.
Chalamet.
Like, would Rocky have been that as a young boy? Like, did he?
Yeah, we don't know how
depends on
tough
what
he
age.
was. That's a good point because
He probably
even
would
Wally
be. 'Cause
said-
I think he grew up in a rough upbringing. Like, he grew up at.
He
that
played football and
school in
stuff. We know he
Philly.
was an athlete.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
He had
okay.
trophies.
I-
He did have
Yeah,
trophies.
he was
I'm trying to be a
athlete.
little contrarian here.
No.
it's
I'm
not gonna
sorry,
happen.
Dave. Is this Dave? Yes,
Yeah.
Dave. That's an absolute no.
UK Dave.
UK
Sorry,
Dave.
UK Dave. It's getting off to a rough start, but you
Yeah,
know
well,
what?
yeah.
There are no bad ideas. There's no bad ideas. You just got to
That's
put
right.
it out there.
I like Austin Butler. I don't even like young people, but he's like one young actor that I'm like,
Okay, so the
Wow.
age thing, just so I'm clear, we're just gonna make the age of these people whatever it needs to be to fit.
Sure, if we could just
Yeah.
wave a magic wand,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
probably what we have to do.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's really hard if you're trying to cast and you're trying to find
Yeah.
people.
So let's
Is-
just wave a magic wand that we can get everyone's ages age appropriate at the timeline this
Yeah,
film
okay.
gets made.
That's fine.
Okay, so that being said, if just to make the conversation quicker, so Finn is a hard no. Okay, Adrian Jenna Ortega.
No,
Okay.
and she's like Adrian. Okay, Adrian is, or sorry, what's her name? Talia
Yeah,
Shire.
Talia Shire. I've always said it
Talia
wrong.
Shire
Talia.
is a very beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong.
Sure, I know you're
But-
about to say, but yeah.
She's not Jenna Ortega beautiful.
Oh,
And
really? I think
Yeah.
they're just different.
I don't know. I find Jenna Ortega like really attractive. So it's like
She's cute. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, that's
Okay.
fair. Okay, so what's
So
your-
I don't think you could make her that. I don't know. Maybe you can like I just don't know if you can get her to like I feel like Adrian as a younger girl would be really awkward and kind of nerdy and not that good looking. And
But you just have
you
to
know what
put
I mean?
glasses on her. You just put glasses on her, and then she's
Exactly. Yeah. It's a
Oh
yes
my
for me on
god,
Jenna
she probably
Ortega
looked.
because I can
She
see the
probably looked even
shyness.
better with glasses on. For
But Adrian has
okay.
perfect
Am
features.
I
She's
thinking
like
of the right
a
person?
statuesque,
no. You think of the right. You
beautiful.
think of the right person. She's pretty. I just did a
She's
Jenna
pretty, but
Ortega.
yeah.
I just did Jenna Ortega no makeup, and I'm like,
Oh my
I mean, she's
god, she's
pretty.
so pretty.
She is pretty. So I understand what Kyle's saying. It might be too pretty for. I kind of get what I know. As speaking as a man too, I get what you're saying. It
Mm-mm,
might be too much.
mm-mm,
It might be too much.
mm-mm,
Okay, so
mm-mm.
I'm saying no as well for Jenna. What are you saying, Kate?
I'm saying yes. I can see
Okay,
it. I can
all
see
right.
the similar, like shy, like that downward, like kind of, I don't know.
No, it's
But
fair.
then she takes her
It's not a
glasses
hard
off,
no
and
for
now
You know
me.
she's
what?
like
I'm
a
gonna say
new
maybe because I'm
flower.
looking at some more of these pictures. Like I'm doing like a Google image search.
Well,
Yeah.
like she played Wednesday, didn't she?
Yeah,
Like,
when I'm looking, yes, I'm looking at her as Wednesday, and
To me, it's just Thursday.
she's still really attractive. I don't know. I think she's kind of like my type. I think is the problem.
well,
But
she's cute.
um,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Are you balling her?
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
speaking
I don't
of,
see it. I don't get the
is
attraction.
Polly the next one? Is Polly the next
I don't
one?
get
Yeah,
I
so
don't get
it's
the
like
attraction.
I'm gonna say maybe for her. You have to
Okay.
like hair and makeup and all that stuff has to be done right for her to be a believable.
Yeah,
Adrian,
we have
but
to
I
see her
still
on the
think I'm too
couch. We have
biased
to see
there
her
for
on the
that.
couch and figure it out. So, all
Oh
right.
dear.
I'm sorry. I've been old Hollywood coming through. Old Hollywood coming through. Okay. Jonah Hill for Polly.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I was kind of split on this one, and the reason being is I feel like a really young. Actually, I don't know. I'm trying to. This is the problem. Is I'm looking at Polly, and then I'm just thinking like adult Polly, but realizing that people are different as kids as they are
Mhm.
adults, right? So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna give Jonah Hill that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
probably too
like
old, but
he,
yeah.
he
No,
feels
remember,
a little
we're
too
waving the magic
baby
wand.
faced
We're
for me,
waving the
but
magic wand.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Oh yes, I'm thinking.
Mhm,
Yeah, I'm thinking of like super bad Jonah Hill, or
mhm.
younger
Younger one, yeah.
version
Yeah.
of Jonah Hill, and it's like. Yeah, he has like obviously has like the body type and stuff like that because he's like he can be his weight is really fluctuated.
Mhm.
Like there's like really skinny what's his name?
He
I
does
just
the
lost his name.
Ozempic. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like he's also been quite big too, so it's like
Mhm.
Jonah Hill. But God, I don't know why I spaced on that, but yeah, I could see him being Pauly. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give him that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
That's good.
I agree. I'm giving a yes because he is a good actor, and so I think he would do the Polly justice. I think when it came down to a drama role, he would do it. So I think Jonah Hill's a fine actor, and he would be able.
Yeah,
to, he's done
versatile
drama.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You ever see him in Moneyball, for example? Like he can do drama. He's a good actor. Yeah.
or Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I mean. He could play that kind of, I won't say creepy guy. This is the right word.
He can be
but
sketchy if he wants to.
sketchy.
Yeah, he
That's
can.
right.
Yeah, good word.
That's a good word.
This is the only reservation I have about Jonah Hill is Pauly. Is to me, Pauly and a 5 o'clock shadow go together. And Jonah
Yeah.
Hill is like I grew up as someone who's very baby faced, and Jonah Hill's also very baby faced.
Mhm.
Pauly is not, and that's the only thing that like sticks for me. But I think in spite of that, he'd still do a good job.
Okay. And what we'll do today, these are good discussions. So I don't want to rush this. We'll tease this out as a segment. We'll just end with the last one.
Okay, I think that's a
'Cause
great idea. Yeah,
yeah, it's a good. Yeah, just because I don't want to rush it. I don't want to. Yeah. So because these are good discussions. So the last one we'll do for today is Mickey, played by the incredible actor Joaquin Phoenix, incredible actor. But again, I don't see Mickey's a smaller guy, and that's the only problem. I think Joaquin Phoenix is your normal.
He's not big. He's probably like 5'10" max, 5'9" probably.
Isn't the Mickey character played by Burgess a little bit diminutive? Is he a little bit?
I mean,
tiny?
yeah, but he's got that like gruff kind of. I don't know. I'm a fan of Joaquin's acting.
Of course, he's an incredible actor. I love his acting, but I don't see the fit for Mickey. So it's a no for me, dog. So can you saying yes?
You know the thing
It's
is,
a yes for me.
I also want to mention something to UK Dave here. Now maybe your skin's a bit thicker than I'm thinking it is, but like
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
I as much as I might shit on some of these ideas you're putting out, I'm actually thinking to myself, well, who would be better in this role?
Yeah.
And I can't really think of it. Like it's
Well,
actually
I
it's quite
am
hard to
offering
think of
an
someone.
alternative. When I
Okay.
say no, I'm offering an alternative.
Yeah, please.
Wow.
By all means. I didn't come up with
I'm
alternatives.
a
off the top of my
schmuck,
head.
so I can't do
Well,
that.
mine was Austin Butler for
Yeah.
Rocky.
That's fair. That's a fair one to be. I like that. I mean, I like it more than Finn. So yes, he's a good actor. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so
It's funny about Finn. Patton Oswalt was like at something where the Stranger Things cast was, and he was kind of roasting him a bit because that's what he does.
Yeah,
He's like Finn Wolfhard. Like he's like that sounds like a porno name.
Yeah.
It does. It does actually. Yeah.
Which
So Louise-
everyone got really upset with. Like the
Really?
Stranger Things cast, they're like really
Oh.
defensive of Finn because I think Finn was like a minor still. So it's like you're
Oh.
kind of roasting a kid, but
Oh, fair enough.
whatever.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm looking up Aiden Gullion.
For which character?
Well, because
Mickey.
Louise said
I see. Yeah,
that he'd
he's
kill it as
Littlefinger
Mickey.
from Game of Thrones. I can kind of see that. Yeah, he's
I don't know who
56
that
now,
is.
so he's. Oh, actually, that would work.
Oh.
He's 56 right now. Yeah, he's a great actor. So
He has that like little
Yeah, he-
evilness to him, though, which I don't know. Yeah.
Oh no, he can play the bad guy, but Mickey has that.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that's it. I can see that. I can see him being good as Mickey. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
so his name is Aidan Gillen. If people want to look him up, he's an Irish actor, but again, he was famously Littlefinger on. Game of
I know
Thrones.
him from Peaky Blinders. And if you guys haven't seen Peaky Blinders, what are you doing with your life? It's the best TV show that's ever been made.
Wow, what an endorsement!
Yeah,
It's fucking
wow.
great. There's a movie
It
coming
is
out.
good. It is good. Yes, I enjoy Peaky Blinders, and he was also the baddie on another show that I enjoy, Mayor of Kingstown. It's a good one with Jeremy
Oh,
Renner.
that's right.
Yeah.
I knew he looked extra familiar. Oh, Mayor of
Yeah.
Kingstown's good too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there you go. That's a great little segment. So UK Dave, this is great discussions. People are chiming in and agreeing or disagreeing with us. We got some hard no's as well for the ones that we said no to, but I do like the suggestion, Louise. I'd like that suggestion. Okay, here we go. This is a big episode because trivia. Oh, and that's why I didn't want to rush this UK Dave's email because we have trivia still to do. Okay, where are we here? This one's tough right away. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Damn it.
It's a true or false, and I personally don't know the answer. I'm curious what your responses will be when I give the question. True or false? There is a Philadelphia Flyers poster in Robert's room.
Ooh, I know there's a sports team poster.
And just to comment on
I
Louise
don't
in
know,
regard
but I'm
to-
gonna go with my gut on this one.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with my gut too. I'm going with my gut. I agree.
I
with you,
like
Katie.
that.
I think
I like the Philadelphia Flyers like logo and
Yeah,
color
it's a good
scheme and
logo.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't know. They're kind of
And yet-
like a dog shit hockey team in terms of like how they roll, but I think I'd like them if I lived in Philly.
Oh, you
Mhm.
probably would. Oh, you'd have to. I think you'd have to.
Yeah.
Okay, what time do Tommy and his girlfriend have to arrive for the Christmas party? What time?
Wow.
That was a tough one. I have.
I
again, have a number,
think
I'm
they
guessing.
came from a Christmas party and then they were going to go to dinner or something because she keeps saying we're going to be late. We're going to be
Come on,
late.
Tommy, we're gonna be late.
P.S. that woman-
man, these are rough questions.
That woman looks like she's like 35 and she's probably like 20.
Yeah.
She came real cheap though. What is Tommy girlfriend's name?
She has a name.
Yeah,
She's the redhead in the front row.
That's what I know her. She has a name.
yeah, and I didn't cheat, guys. I didn't look up the cast. I actually have a guess, and I think the reason why I have a guess because I think it might be. I don't know why, but I feel like. Anyways, I won't.
God, is this the first one I'm going to get 0 on?
I might get 0 too. Right? This is a tough one. I told you this was tougher, guys. This one's
What is
tougher.
her name?
I got to come up with a woman's name just as maybe I'll get it, but.
And look at this next question. I think any answer will count because we spent the whole episode with this question. We spent the whole episode with this question. What big mistake did Paulie make with Rocky's money?
Oh,
Just remember, a 10-year-old wrote this at the time.
he
Or look-
didn't. Polly
Here
is
we go.
innocent. I'm starting the Innocence Project.
I
Well, you
mean-
have to answer so you don't get 0.
Yeah.
All right, just give a simple 10-year-old answer is my recommendation. Okay. Last true or false for the last question, and it's a true or false, I should say. Robert and his friends are watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Okay. So I think I might get 1 out of 5.
God, I need to come up with a name.
Yeah,
Oh.
same. I'm like,
Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue.
okay, I'm
Alright.
coming up with a name which I know is wrong. But
Louise calls her Ginger Minge. Maybe.
Minge. I didn't know that was. I thought that was just like a UK thing, but that's funny.
All right.
Do you know
It
what
might be
Minge is,
Ginger.
Katie?
Be careful. It might be.
I can
It might be
I can
Ginger.
guess. I think I have a guess.
Joe, did I say something bad? I don't even know. I don't
Really,
know
you don't
the
know what
term.
Minge is?
No.
Okay, I'll put it this way. She maybe asked the question: does the carpet match the drapes?
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Probably
Katie.
not. I'm guessing it doesn't. Her hair doesn't look. That looks dyed.
Hey, we got Rocco's dad joining the chat. Hey, guy, that's E.M. King. Just so you know, the Rocco who wrote the trivia book. His dad says you got this. So yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we do.
Kid's embarrassing me, making me look like an idiot.
And speaking of, yeah, the Rambo trivia book is coming. Rocco says he's going to send me a copy, so I can't wait. Thank you, Rocco. That's amazing. A wonderful good. I was willing to buy it, but I'll take a free copy. So that's awesome. Okay, are you still thinking of the answer?
Well, I'm going through the alphabet. That's
my
how
gosh.
I have a system.
You didn't even hear
yes.
what I said about the Rambo trivia book.
I didn't.
I said Rocco's sending me a copy
for free,
You-
even though Ryan was willing to pay for it.
I even did.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is so nice.
I know it's too sweet. It's too sweet. He sent me a message yesterday. Can I give you your address so I can send you a copy? I'm like,
Oh,
well,
that
yeah, I
is
was going to buy a
nice.
copy. Yeah. What I might do?
Where's
I might
he
just
from?
buy- I think he's here in Ontario.
Oh, they're Canadian?
I think so. I always thought they were from New York, but I think they're Ontario. He can tell us now if the dad's still here. I think they're from Ontario. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now we're back. Now we're going to the film. Here we go. So I'm excited for this because I did share the screen grab and I saw Katie did like a face on Facebook. Have you not seen that?
I have not. I have
Okay,
not.
I shouldn't have spoiled it for you. It's a little rough, but I think Kyle kind of spoiled it by saying it's a little rough. Didn't you, Kyle? Talking about
the Marie.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, she's gone downhill.
I think she's got they're from Windsor.
Oh,
Ontario.
Windsor.
Okay, cool.
So
Well, to be fair, I mean, not to poke fun at a child, but she was kind of strange looking in the first Rocky.
to me, she looked very 70s.
Yeah,
Like, I
but her
feel like-
actual face. I don't know. I'm being mean now. Okay.
You're not
Stop.
okay. No, okay, Katie. Look, you're not being mean. I mean, may she rest in peace. I don't know. She's still alive.
She dead?
No, I don't know. She could be.
How old is she
I don't know.
now?
Can somebody look out? Can somebody look her up?
She'd
Is
be
she
like
alive?
around 60 now.
Well, there's a reason they recast her in Balboa, I think.
Oh well, yeah. One, you want to get an actress. Two, you want to get somebody that doesn't have herpes on their lips. So
Oh my God!
Does she?
I don't.
You know
In
what?
the
I think Katie's now like envisioning someone who's like a complete train wreck, and then when she sees her, she's like, "Oh, that's actually not that bad."
Well, I saw a still. Brian posted
Yeah.
a still.
Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, I can't wait. So okay, here we go, folks. Let's check out the movie. All right. Yeah, there's the hip hop soundtrack in the background. It's so funny.
First money I get, I'm going to Miami.
Why Miami?
Miami needs new gigolos.
Trivia
Yeah,
question.
that was a trivia question. That's right. And I think I got that one wrong. I think I said Jamaica. That's right. Yeah.
Imagine someone paying for Polly to have sex with them though. Like there's having sex with Polly, then there's paying to have sex with Polly, and that's a big jump.
I'm guessing there's an age limit for gigolos too. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Polly, if he had to be a gigolo, could maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Never mind. I was coming up with an idea, but it didn't make any sense. Yeah, it's a mystery.
Donald said that the actress, I think her name's Jodie something, she's sued over the recast, apparently.
Which is hilarious.
Why? That's not a thing you can do.
No, it's not. People get recast all the time. It's a thing. It's a real thing.
You can't sue though. You just
no. I mean, it's
yeah.
You can't. Meaning that's what I meant by that's not a thing you can do is sue because they recast your character.
It's not going to hold any water in court.
That's like Oh yeah, I think it's a different circumstance, but like Jennifer Parker character in Back to the Future, between the first and second films, is a different actress.
Yeah,
But
it happens.
I think it's because like they couldn't negotiate with the first one for
Yep.
some reason.
Yeah.
you
Well, they
know.
recast the Iron Man actor Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle. I mean, it's the same character, different actor. Like that was in the Marvel films. That kind of stuff happens all the time.
Or Aunt Viv and Fresh Prince.
Oh, there's so many examples. Yeah. But she tried, I guess. And Louise says, Katie, you're not being mean. You're just being accurate.
Oh, thanks.
Well, not everyone's created equal looks wise. I mean, I'm sure she's a wonderful person, but the reality is, we've said it before. You want your movie stars, you want to look at them on screen a little bit, unless you're playing the Polly character. But let's just say Little Marie does play type. It's coming up. You'll see why it's accurate for this movie, but it wouldn't work for part 6. But,
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read something like that.
Ow! My back is getting bad. How come you don't have arthritis?
Yo, ain't I got enough? Adrian's too good for this.
Now, what's that car yelling there? Hey, watch
Hey,
where you're
Going,
going.
you trying to get killed? I don't know who he was yelling at because like no one drove by them. Maybe someone else.
Maybe a cat crossed the street or something. Okay, so now we're going into. Oh yeah, he talks about his arthritis is back, and it's a great line. Don't I have enough problems? I need arthritis too. Now the workers print goes back to them coming out of the out of Mickey's gyms. Dialogue's a little bit different because now we're going to the scene that you'll see coming up that they totally reshot.
Hey, Rock, how you doing, man?
How you doing, hey? You guys ever sing around this thing?
We ain't singing too much, Rock.
Yeah.
You got $1 or what?
I got something here. These dirtball.
Okay, so for our audio listeners who haven't seen the work print, you've got a few people around a burning barrel, and of course Rocky has to call out the previous first 2 films where you have singing around the burning barrels. Hey, you guys ever sing around this? Because the local jukebox is no longer there. This is different people.
Ryan, is there a way we can expand this to and then just not have our faces there? Because I think we need to really get a good look at Little
I
Marie
agree.
here.
Oh, I see
Good
what you're
call.
saying.
Yeah, I need to see
Also,
this
I
because
want
it's
to
dark.
mention the burning barrel. I don't know. I haven't been to a lot of ghettos lately,
Mm.
but I feel like the burning barrel has gone out of style now. I feel like people nowadays
yeah.
don't go around burning barrels like they used to.
It's
No.
probably illegal.
It's probably illegal. I was going to say they could probably
Oh,
get shut down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Is my guess. I think it's the legality. I'm sure they could if they would. I mean, there's a lot of tent cities. I don't know what they do for heat there, but
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess.
wow. Okay, well, it's actually a good place to. Can you burn feces? That might be a good way to get rid of that kind of thing.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah,
It
you
would probably
can,
smell
but-
pretty gross. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, if it's on the ground or if in a barrel burning. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of being serious. I don't know what you do with because I don't know where they go. Anyways,
Behind a
logistics.
tree somewhere. I don't know.
I guess so. Okay, if they're lucky, they have a tree. Yeah. Okay, so that's the setup here. Now they asked Rocky, "Do you have any money? Like, can you spare some change?" And Rocky's like, "I think I got a couple bucks." And Paulie's about to berate him for giving money to the poor.
Bum is too special to get a job?
Hey, you ain't bums, big mouth, right?
Close your mouth.
Come on, Paulie.
So Paulie says, "These bums, why don't they just get a job and make their money?" And the other guy's like, "We're not bums." And they start fighting a little bit, pushing and shoving. And Rocky breaks it up. So Paulie is like, what do you think of Paulie's behavior there, calling them bums and pushing them around a little bit?
It's typical Polly.
Fair enough. Okay.
Is Paulie working at the moment?
Well, we
Still
had
at the
this
meat
discussion.
plant?
Is he at the? Do we know where he's working now?
At some point, he goes back to the meat factory.
Like, yeah, between this timeline at 6, we know he's there again. So I don't know if we ever.
But
find out
fair
in this
point,
film.
Kyle. Like, well,
Yeah,
Polly,
Mike-
do you?
Paulie's work ethic is a little bit suspect. So
I think he works at the gym because he's there. Like, help. He was,
yeah,
yeah,
it's true. Yeah, Paul. I guess Paulie, to his credit, he other than asking for a sports car, but in general, he's willing to hustle for money. Even
He's
in
always
Rocky
selling
III,
those
he
mugs.
asks for a job. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give Paulie this one. But yeah, needless confrontation here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just
But typical Paulie, it doesn't have a filter.
Now, Rocky's going to see a fourth. I think it's a third or fourth person. These other guys, we're seeing guys right now. The camera and the angles are tricking us a little bit. There is a fourth person off camera a little bit. The angles are. The audience hasn't been revealed yet. This big reveal will be coming up, and I just want you to watch, obviously, or take note of Rocky's reaction to seeing this individual.
Are you crazy? Get along with him, you know? Relax with you, Hey, Marie! You little Marie from the Atomic Cookie Chef, right?
Yes, me. So what?
Yo, Marie! Hey, boy, you remember when she was a little girl? I can't believe it. You're growing up. Hey, Marie.
Okay, it's so R word because it's like, okay, dude, settle down. If you think about it, what's happening here, this is very meta because what's happening here is he's reacting like the audience would react to seeing Little Marie from the first film. That's the point. It's like we're, as an audience, are seeing the same actress / character 3 films later. So this whole movie is a callback to the first film. It's the whole idea of Rocky V is to bring us back to the neighborhood, to bring us back to where it all started. So there's these little nuggets, Mickey's gym and the pet shop working again that Adrian's at. And now Little Marie is here for the audience to see. But nobody's that excited to see a girl they knew when, and he actually says, you're the girl from the Atomic Hoagie Shop. Like that's her identity, but it's the identity for the audience watching the film. But that shouldn't be his actual,
Yeah, the Rocky Balboa meetup with Marie was like a cajillion times better. He's like,
It is for our
benefit. Last a long time, like that was good. He was like kind of chill and like.
But he's doing spins. He literally is dancing.
Yeah, I know.
And he's going to Polly. Polly, look! Remember, it's Little Marie. Remember?
You remember that Little Marie that you weren't there to witness that conversation to? Who I probably never spoke to about this, and it happened so long ago, anyways. That even if I done that, you wouldn't have remembered that Little Marie.
Yeah.
Well, he would have. I think in real life, his actual reaction would be of disappointment.
Well, just watch. It's not over yet.
Okay.
But you're right. Good call. I'm just saying I had to stop it because I found that initial it's the audience, and now the audience has settled down. Okay. Hey, it's Little Marie, guys. It's the same. I think it's the same actress. Yeah, that's what the people, the theater would be doing. That's what they envisioned. So now the audience has settled down. Now it's time to see did Little Marie change her ways? Did she fall?
I got to say a bad word.
Yeah, let's see if she became that again. Again, note her lip. That might indicate the answer. Sorry. Oh my gosh.
Remember when he was really like a little walking home and was talking about getting like a bad reputation because you got to stay away from sour people. Remember?
Save it, Rock. You got any change?
Okay. Remember when I told you not to be a whore? Remember that? What a weird, how you doing? What's up? Remember that scene that we were in that movie?
Just in case someone hasn't seen the first film, I got to talk about this,
What did she say? You got your change?
You got to change, Rock.
You spare me, or I get it.
Oh, you got any change? Yeah. Oh.
I know you got any change, or do you got to change?
Yeah.
It's true.
I misunderstood what she was sort of like, yeah, I get it. Like you got what you wanted, now move on. But I misunderstood what she actually said.
I think she's summarizing what he said, that you need to change.
No.
She's like, yeah, you need to change.
No. She goes, yeah, Rock. Do you have any change?
Can we go back?
Sure. It's hard to go back, but I'll try it. It is hard to go back. Sorry, I might go back.
While you're doing that, Ryan, I think to be fair to this actress, they really played up her look here. If they just did her makeup normal and her hair normal and didn't put that
to look homeless.
thing on her lip. Yeah.
I don't know why did they put herpes on her lip? I don't. It's weird. Okay, so I know they made her look. Of course, that's not the joke, but that is part of the joke. Is she looks homeless because she is homeless. So or close to it. She's asking for money. So listen, I believe she's asking for money. Here we go.
Getting like a bad reputation because, you know, you got to stay away from sour people. Remember?
Save it, Rock. You got any change?
Yeah. You're right.
Save it, Rock. You got any change? Yeah. So I don't want to hear it again. Just give me the money. Great. You proved your point. So now this is where it gets a little bit better. Okay, so because now the whole like, remember Rocky 1, everyone? Okay, that's what we're doing here. But now this point here, had they done it better, it would have been better. Because this point right now it's actually pretty good how Sly acts. Look at his face. That change right away of like, oh, my advice didn't take. And he looks genuinely saddened by her current state. And that's where it gets good here.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I love that hold. Everything's kind of catching up to his mind. Like, oh, you are here keeping warm. You don't have a place to go or whatever. And you're with these 3 bums. And chances are she's probably
selling herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got that much.
Yeah, I ain't got that much.
You're still young. You got to do things.
So he says it's kind of hard to hear, but he says you're still young. You can change. You're still young. You still don't have to do this. And he looks at the guys, and the guys are already laughing. They think it's a big joke because she's a toy to them. It's a really heartbreaking scene.
It is. Mm-hmm.
So the chat's probably not podcast safe. So
I have it expanded. Let me see. Oh God.
Oh, Louise, we love you. If you guys want to see the chat, you have to
Kyle. Dedication. Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
I filtered that, by the way. I was going to be more explicit, but
well, it's okay. The chat won't be public, so yeah. Okay, so it's a heartbreaking scene here. Like Rocky's legitimately like saddened, and Sly does a great job acting that.
Should listen to me, man.
And then he catch what he said there. You should have listened to me, Marie. As he walks away, like he's saddened, but I love how he's just like, you're laughing, you think it's a joke, but he walks away. You should have listened to me.
Should have planned ahead.
Should have planned ahead. That's right. Should have planned ahead.
Yeah, that is sad.
Is this the end of the scene, Ryan?
Well, it is, but there will be. You'll see her again. It's interesting how they use her again.
Okay, I guess I was just curious. I mean,
Tommy will reference them. Spoiler: we're about to see it, but it's interesting how Tommy. I think they're referenced again very, very, very shortly. But that's the last. I think Rocky speaks to her. Yeah.
I'm curious how, because clearly they erased this from memory for 6.
Yeah,
right. That's right.
I don't know. What do you guys?
I see. That's okay. Sorry, that's a great conversation point. You're right. So we've talked about how many of these scenes, why do they, it adds to the Rocky 5 story, and I still think this one does. I think
it does. Yeah.
I think this. If I was the director, I don't know who directed this film. Officially, John G. Avildsen did with Sly Ghost directing it. If a good director who had control of the scene and/or Sly, I would have said, "Hey, cool, you're legitimately excited to see an old friend from the neighborhood. That's legit. That's fine. Other people have said hi to him throughout the film, so it's not abnormal. People, hey, Rock, welcome back to the neighborhood." So people are recognizing he's back in the neighborhood. Little Marie is from the neighborhood. It should have just been told, "Hey, little Marie. Oh, good to see you. What you been doing since we last talked? What's it been? 10 years? Something like that."
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, Rock. It's been a while. So what you doing with yourself? And she's like, Rock, just save it. You got any money?
Yeah. There you go, Ryan. You should have wrote that scene. That's
and then he goes, yeah, I've got a few bucks, and you should have listened to me, Marie. And the guys would have laughed, and you could even make the guys a little bit creepier to indicate that she is kind of being used by them. And Rocky looks really like appalled, and like, you should have listened to me, little Marie. And he walks away. So it's too bad that it wasn't done that way. I think it would have added to I think Rocky 5, I think people who had seen Rocky 5, the theatrical cut, and this scene was in it, played a little bit better. I think people would have liked this film even just a little bit more, honestly, because they would have been like, oh, this was really a callback to the first film.
Well, with the grit, it's grittier with this in it.
That's right.
Yeah, and I think like this Marie is a much more realistic version of Marie than
Right,
Rocky
it is.
Balboa.
It is.
Rocky Balboa, I know she lives next to that dilapidated house, and I guess like a single mom working in a bar or whatever, but like she's like really cute.
She's pretty.
and-
Like that's the problem.
and
They-
like she's like
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
like
she's average
nice.
looking. They make a point to make her average. She's not
tried.
supposed to be a knockout. She's supposed to just be like
No,
an
she's not a
average-looking
knockout, but like
woman.
I would consider her attractive.
Yeah, I
Even the
would
way
too.
she looks in the film there, personally.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think she's unattractive. I just mean like she's purposefully
you.
not supposed to be.
She's not a God, I don't this is a bad way to say it. She's like this Marie looks kind of like used up. You know what I mean? Like
Just she can't afford to take as good of care of herself maybe as someone else. I don't know.
this Marie looks tired, looks downtrodden, looks like
Yeah.
worn out.
Yeah.
Like that to me is like, okay, this is what you really look like and how you really act if you're in this kind of situation. Where like the Marie in Rocky Balboa is a much more palatable character, but way less realistic as a result.
Well, I think both are realistic. It's just it's choose your adventure Rocky here. What path does Marie take?
Yeah.
The Rocky
you're right.
5 path or the Rocky 6 path?
Yeah,
Well,
this is
I
the
feel like
problem.
the path in Rocky 6 isn't any different. They just portray her differently.
Well, she wasn't a hooker in the 5th or in the 6th
Well, I
one.
guess
She
is she a hooker here?
yes.
Yes,
Is she?
it's drugs and sex. She
Yeah.
provides sex. She gets drugs.
The other Marie, the 6th Marie, wasn't like a homeless person. She just had a rough life, but she,
But this
quote
is also
unquote
16
normal.
years after this film, right?
Mhm.
So maybe she did have a rough. Like I always just assumed, okay, well, she in her 20s or whatever was in this rough state, and then kind of like improved a bit. I don't know.
It's possible,
it
but
is
the
a
way
different
that we
path.
leave it, I see what you're saying. I do think they're vastly different paths, particularly because the way that Rocky leaves it here, given this, he wouldn't befriend the Rocky 6 doesn't make sense.
That's true. I'll agree. You got me on this one. You got me.
Yeah, I agree with Katie, and you took the words right. Because the original question before this whole discussion is what does this scene do for their universe?
Mhm.
And that's the conundrum here, is because if you want to use the worker print, and we kind of have, expands the Rocky storyline in part 5. We've used other scenes where it doesn't hurt the universe. This one kind of does, meaning the little Marie we see here in no way, shape, or form is going to be running that bar. I just don't see it. And
No way. Yeah.
And that's why Sly could do what he did in Rocky Balboa, because the general audience, minus a few crazy fans who've already seen the work print and had maybe this this storyline in their brain, they might have even had a weird time saying, "Oh, we got to erase this," because this scene doesn't count. It actually has to be deleted for Rocky Balboa to work, because the actress is, no offense, she's a better looking person. That little Marie did clean up her life. That's the whole point. So the discussion they had, the alternate universe, that little Marie listened to Rocky. That's the one in Rocky Balboa. The other alternate universe didn't listen to Rocky. This is what she ends up being. So that's how you kind of look at it. We have two different sliding doors here.
Very well put. That one listened and one didn't. I like how
there
you
you
put that, Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I agree. I forget the actress name, Geraldine Hughes. I think it just came to me. Geraldine Hughes. I think she's Irish too, actually,
She's like from Northern Ireland.
Yeah. But she actually really legitimately is pretty, and the kind of pretty that I like. It's that, I don't know how to explain it, but she actually really is pretty, and I've never found her, even when she was like they tried to even make her look frumpy, but just the way she is and how she looks with Rocky, that's kind of the problem. They should never call her Little Marie. It should just been somebody that Rocky met. That's all.
It could, like, Andy's daughter is the way that it probably would have worked.
Sure, Andy's daughter would have been
Andy's
good.
daughter.
There you go. So part of the neighborhood. Hey, you're Andy's daughter. I see you took over the bar for him. How's your old man? Oh, I buried him 5 years ago. Oh, they both lost somebody in their life. That's how they connect. There you go.
Yeah.
What do we know? Okay. All right. So Rocky walks away. So you should have listened to me. Great scene. Like I said, it ends really well. But it started off really goofy. Okay.
Yo, Rock!
All right.
You guys think that's funny, you know?
What'd you get?
Wait, what
So,
did
yeah.
she do?
She did the
Said
screw you, screw
which
you.
is
She didn't do
so
the-
easy.
The hand.
Well, they made it PG, but she does kind of this,
I-
and she repeated again, "Screw you, creepo," but she just said "screw you," not the creepo part.
Yeah,
What
I
a
think that's
dick.
easy.
Yeah, she's lost. That's what I mean. She's lost. There's no way that she tells him to screw off again, and Rocky's, "Hey, it's little Marie. Last time I saw you, were telling me to screw off again at the burning garbage can." So
Yeah.
this is alternate universe, doesn't exist in the Rocky Balboa universe. Yeah. So it really makes the point with Sly when you wrote this part. Just wanted to make again. It just shows you, and I like it. That's what I like about it. That's not Hollywood. She didn't listen. He gave a good advice, and people just still do these kind of things in his neighborhood. This neighborhood it destroyed little Marie, but Rocky got out of it, even though he's back, so to speak. So it's a great scene, but it's maybe too depressing. Maybe that's why they took it out. Maybe it's too much.
Yeah, it is a lot. I mean,
I think his R-wordness early on is what probably made them.
Do you think that's what took it out?
Yeah, they took
maybe?
out a lot of. They took out multiple scenes where he was just kind of over the top.
Maybe.
mm,
Yeah, maybe.
By
Yeah,
a
it's
lot,
too
I
bad
think
because,
it's
like I said, started off R word and then it ends pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So she gets one last screw you to Rocky, and then Rocky says they think that's pretty funny. Like I like that he's like, these guys haven't grown up. That's not even close
They're
to
so
me. It's not-
Okay, you
juvenile.
think those
Yeah.
those guys there, are the same dudes that were at the Atomic Hoagie shop?
Ooh, good call. Maybe it is
Oh,
supposed to be the same
right.
group of kids.
Yeah. I thought they were the Apollo's people. You sweep really good, Rocky.
Marianne Creed sent them there just to fuck with Rocky.
I was going to say, they're still on Apollo's payroll. They don't know that Apollo died in the ring because they don't have cable TV. So they're still pestering Rocky in the neighborhood. Are we off the clock yet? When did we get to stop making fun of Rocky? Okay.
Give money to bums, you keep them bums.
It's really depresses, boy, you know.
Hey, wake up,
Yes.
Rocco. This ain't no help resort here, you know that?
No, it ain't that.
That's right.
Okay, so Paulie makes the point, you give money bums, they stay bums.
What did he
And
say?
If
It's
you
hard
give
to
money
hear.
bums, yeah, it is hard. But he says if you give money bums, they stay bums.
Like
Mm,
this ain't no health resort.
And he says,
Oh.
and because Rocky says this place is really depressing now. And then Paulie says, well, this isn't a health resort, man. This is Philly. So even Rocky says this is a little depressing. So maybe that's why they took it out too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, combined with that other scene that they took out where he was drunk in the bar, like had all these scenes been in it, it's a very dark movie.
Yeah.
You all right? You got one of those there pancake jokes to my wife? Huh?
Yeah, right.
Listen up, you know. Pancake.
I always tell him a pancake.
Okay, so he
What?
just mentioned. Okay, so he says, "You got any more of those pancakes or pancake?" Remember the deleted scene where he had the big pancake store and he slips on the kitchen floor and the pancake knocked him out. And he goes, "I'm the first
Oh,
world
yeah.
champion to be knocked out by a pancake." So that was
The
the
drunk
guy's.
where he was drunk, like
Yeah,
the
he's drunk
same
at Andy's
scene.
bar. Yeah, so that
Mhm.
guy was just saying, coming out of Andy's bar, saying, "Hey, do you got any more drunk pancake stories?" And then Rocky's explained to Paulie, like Paulie goes, "Why did he say that to you?" And Rocky's like, "Oh, I told him a pancake story."
Yeah, I don't like this pancake business.
Yeah, like Philly's not known for their pancakes. Like Boston, they're known for their pancakes.
Well, that's
They
why
are?
that's why Pancake knocked out the Philly guy. That's what Rocky was saying.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Just Google Boston pancakes, and you'll learn all about
Oh,
it.
I'm getting kind of
Oh.
hungry. My wife made some homemade waffles I'm gonna eat after this. So
I think Kyle, are you referencing something other than food?
Yes.
I know. Don't. Okay, I see. Oh, this is a trick. Oh, don't. If you're
I
under
won't.
18, folks, if you're under 18, do not Google what Kyle just said. Don't do that to this PG-13 show.
What kind of delinquents am I
I know,
podcasting
what are
with
you on
today?
That's twice now I've said the word minge. I've Boston pancakes. I'm a little bit of a mini boomer. These are terms I don't know. I might be old.
Mini
Okay.
boomer.
All right. So now we're about to get to, you'll see the transition here.
Story, man. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're cutting back to the original cut, the theatrical cut. Rocky does say again, this place is really depressing, but that was after the Gigolo talk.
They're just walking like the neighborhood. They're just in the
That's right.
streets, and he's like,
But what I mean is, so to get us back to the theatrical
Mhm.
cut, that whole segue there or sequence there, sorry, of the little Marie was after, I'm going to be a gigolo. Now we're back to the theatrical cut again, where that's all that's happened. So Rocky still says this place is really depressing, Paulie. After he says, his back was hurting and stuff like that. So
This world is also very small. I know it's a specific neighborhood, but everything is within a block. Like everything's across the street from each other. The
Sure, there's-
gym, the pet shop, the bar, their house, like it's all in
it's like a
one
sitcom.
block.
It's like a sitcom.
Yeah.
It's the Rocky sitcom, which actually would be a pretty good sitcom.
Really depressing, Paul. It's...
Yo, Rock, come inside. Everybody's been asking for you. You too, Paulie.
Hey, no thanks. I'm a little big.
There's the same guy, but different dialogue. Instead of the pancake story, they refilmed it to change it to
Oh, they had to. Yeah.
yes, the same
Good
couple.
call.
The same couple. Instead of saying, "Hey, tell me more pancake stories," it's actually fun enough. It's the flip side. It's like, "Hey, everyone wants to hang out with you. You're not the Looney Tune talking about pancake stories. They're all waiting for you to have a drink inside." So it's a whole different. This other
Which is more
universe.
realistic. Like,
Instead of making fun of him.
yeah.
Hey, he's still the world champ, which is I
Mhm.
agree.
I'm a little thirsty.
Of course, Paulie says he's a little thirsty. Go
Even
figure.
though he has been drinking out of his binoculars flask the whole time.
I don't think Paulie really has limits.
Hey, you go if you want to, Paul.
Mr. Balboa, look at this. Tommy gun.
I always got a kick out of that. I don't know why the way Paulie says that. Look at this, Tommy gun. I don't know why that
just-
always kills
I
me,
love
the way
Paulie. Everything about him. I mean,
He remembered him from the gym, but he just look at this Tommy. I just the delivery. I think it's post ADR. I think I'm not sure because it just sounds funny. Look at this, Tommy gun. And then Rock's like, "Yo, why are you hanging around, kid? I don't know. Why are you still here?"
Yo, why are you still hanging around, kid? Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, I'd like to try again.
Hey, kid, I like to help you out, but I really don't know nothing about no man. I really never trained nothing. Well, I did, what I mean? I trained my dog, Buckets. That was dog was nice. But, here's what I would do if I was you. Maybe you ought to go home. No, listen, because you should go home, and you should talk to your family people, and maybe they can come up with something, better for you.
Okay, so there you go. That's not a bad. He goes, "Well, I did train, so I trained my dog Buckkiss." Again, a callback to the
I
first
like
two films.
that.
Is it too much callback? Are we doing too much? Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, no, I mean, I actually, as like a major dog
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
it does bother me that Butkus is never referenced again. He's, there's no pictures of him. They don't talk about him. So I kind
Why
of
is
like
it Buckets in Rocky 3?
he
I think
died.
But why? He's not that old. It's
Oh,
not
he
Sure.
was
I mean,
old. He-
the actual,
Yeah, sorry.
Did the actual dog die?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think they live very long. I don't know how bull mastiffs. How
Oh,
their
the
age-
bigger the dog, the shorter the life. So bull
Okay.
mastiffs have a very short lifespan, and
like
he
10
was
years out of
already an
them.
adult. It's not like he was a puppy.
But he seemed like he wasn't an old dog.
No.
There's only a few years after. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, because by Rocky 3.
yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he had passed. I feel like Sly has mentioned the passing somewhere.
Should have recast him. You
Well,
probably
I
get
think
him
he-
to look just
no.
like Buckus.
because the dog wasn't just some random dog. It was
It was
Rocky
actually
Sly's actual
Yeah, I
dog.
know.
Yeah.
I know you know that, of course. So there's probably a bit of like Sly's like it's too much.
Mhm.
He probably just moved on because, as you know, when you lose a dog, it's probably too much for him to keep bringing up. Yeah, it's easier for him to bring up his son than the dog.
Yeah. I wouldn't give Butkus this room away.
Yeah. So again, and then he mentions to Tommy, "Hey, maybe you should go back and talk to your family." Good advice. That's not bad advice. He goes, "Maybe you should talk to your family, get a family plan going here. Maybe this instead of talking to me about your stuff." But then Tommy kicks in with, "Oh, I'm asking for a chance."
All I'm asking for is a chance. Man, if I screw up or do something you don't like, man, you don't have to throw me out. Hell, I'll leave. What have you got to lose?
Me? Nothing. I ain't got nothing. It's what you got to lose.
I got nothing to lose.
And maybe you'll do. Like, look, what if I don't do good, right? And you don't make it. I don't want you blaming me for this kid, here's...
Okay, so what do you think of that reasoning?
That's valid.
Yeah, that's legit.
I
Because
don't
think
like.
Rocky.
I don't like.
Oh, go ahead, please.
I don't like Tommy's delivery.
You're right. This is where the bit of the bad acting comes in. He's a boxer. This is his first movie. The line delivery was too quick. Like, I've memorized my lines, so I'm barfing them out a little bit. And it's too whiny pleading. But again, there's no direction in this film. I think there's some scenes where they just shot and moved on. Like, hey, Tom, you got the lines out. Good. Next. Yeah, I think if they finessed this scene a little bit better, I would have made them less squealy.
Yeah.
So, because it's always irked me too, the delivery. Yeah. But his reasoning, what he's saying is like, I've got nothing to lose. Like, don't worry about it. If I fail, just like, if I give you any, like I did in the gym, that's what you should have said. Look, what I did in the gym wasn't called for. If I do something like that again, I will leave. No questions asked. And there's nothing to lose. We both have nothing to lose. Maybe we have something to gain together. Something like that. I don't know.
You should be a movie writer.
I've said before that I would love to be a script doctor. Like, maybe I don't create the stories, but just hearing how things sound
Finesse
out
them.
loud. Yeah.
Here's what I would do if I was you. No, listen to me. If I was you, here's what I would do. I would go home, I'd talk to your family people, and maybe you can come up with something better,
I got no family people. Man, all I got is what you see here. Man, I know everything about you from back when you had your first fight with Apollo Creed.
There's the mention of Paul Creed. I forgotten that he did that. So there's a call back. There you go. But I love how he says, I read about how nobody cared about you and no one ever gave you a chance. Where was this printed? Where was this?
Oh, that's totally believable because like
Sports Illustrated and stuff.
Yeah, like when he became heavyweight champ, like that's like he has an amazing story, right? So like there would have been articles written about him and like his like rise from like nothing to world heavyweight champion in like a couple of years.
Who's giving I guess what I'm saying, sorry, Slide. Does Rocky give that story? That's all. I almost don't see him saying that. I'm just curious who narrated his life to the print.
Well, like it would have been okay. So if you're in Sports Illustrated or something like that, and you have to do a story about Rocky, you're going to do some research and be like, okay, where's he from? You're going to talk to people. You're going to ask around, and then you're like, hey, like this guy came out of nowhere, and like no one cared, and then all of a sudden he became the champion. So
over time, the interviews he gave, probably,
Yeah, to me that's totally reasonable.
No, I understand that. I'm just curious which character in the Rocky universe told this story, because I almost don't see Rocky saying it. Like,
I don't think Rocky would have said it. I think like someone else.
Okay,
like you interview
somebody would have to be aware that people didn't care about it. That's what I mean. So who in his life?
Paulie was eager to talk to the press. I bet.
I think even just like no one cared about him before he fought Apollo Creed. It's just like that's a fact. Like no one knew about him. He was
but not knowing about somebody, just being unknown doesn't mean being an unknown doesn't mean people don't care about you. That's all. I guess it's the caring.
Well, I think by definition, like who did care about him? Like there's no like he.
Well, we know that as viewers of the film, but I guess I'm just I
know what you're saying.
Like people don't know me, but that doesn't mean nobody cares about me.
Well, generally, no one does. Like most of the world doesn't care about you. Like you have like your family and friends, but that's like a really small.
Yeah, but he says, "I read how nobody cared about you.
No one gave you a chance.
How no one ... How no one ever gave you a chance." I'm just saying the first part, nobody cared about you. That's the problem. No one giving you a chance. Again, we know in the films, where I asked you 10 years ago, you didn't help me none. But that was what we see as viewers. Mickey's dead. I'm just curious who in Rocky's camp told this narrative.
I buy that Paulie.
Okay,
also,
Paulie.
I do buy that Rocky, because in the original film, he was kind of like, remember his character was sort of like, oh, poor me a little bit.
When he's talking to Paulie, he says,
I still think you could just infer that no one cared about.
Well, that's a possibility. Yeah. Of course you can infer. Yeah. They correctly inferred. You're right. That could just be an inference and they got it right. But yeah, we'll never know.
Yeah. I mean, I read how nobody cared about you, how no one ever gave you a chance. But I realize I don't come from the same streets as you do, but I'm hungry, like you were. I mean, fighting is all I got going in my life. Without a chance to prove myself, I don't know. I might as well be standing over there with those guys.
There you go. That's the reference.
That's why they had to take it out.
Yeah. So Tommy, for our listeners, what you heard what he said is pretty clear there. He points to little Marie and her pimps, saying, "If I might end up over there," and that might be what kind of changes Rocky's mind, because he's like, "Oh, little Marie didn't listen to me. Maybe this guy will. Maybe I can help somebody."
That's a good point. That really is another reason other than him just saying, "I'm hungry like you were." This is a significant reason because he was so disappointed that he wasn't able to help little Marie. Yeah, great point, Ryan.
You know what Rocky should have done is, if he doesn't want to train him, get him a job in collecting. I think Tommy Gunn would be a good collector.
He'd break thumbs.
He would break thumbs. People wouldn't fuck with that dude.
It's big.
Well,
he's a big
that's
guy.
Polly. Polly would put him to work. Definitely.
But ever since I put on gloves, I've been waiting to meet you. Because I knew that if anybody could make me a winner, it was you.
A little bit of ball washing, but I'll allow it. This is like when you beat your guitar hero, right? Like, ever since I played a guitar, I wanted to meet you, which is fair. I mean, this kind of stuff happens, I'm sure, to actors too. Ever since I saw you on film, I wanted to be an actor.
Oh yeah.
So this is a very real conversation for sure. And then, of course, Rocky feels a little bit sorry for himself.
Hey, Paulie, you see a winner standing there?
Yes, man, you beat the best. Nobody could ever say any different. Look, Rocky, you don't know me.
Rocky's like, yeah, true.
You know what? I like that point, actually, because, like, this is a very, like, Western or American perspective. Like I say, just American, because it'd be similar here in a lot of places, that, like, money is success. Success and money are, like, synonymous.
Right.
And to a degree, that is true. But it's like, even if Rocky loses his money, like, he still had a really successful life. Like, he has major accomplishments. Like, he became the heavyweight champion of the world, and he became a legendary boxer who did beat the best. And you can't take that from him. Like, that's there. Like, he has a measure of success that you can't ignore. But it's like Rocky overlooks that and just says, "Oh, because of my financial troubles, I'm therefore not a success," which is really sad.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. I like it.
But anything you want me to do, I'll do. And if I can't, I'll...
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I think my DVD must have skipped or something. So he just said, "I'll bust my butt" or whatever, trying or something like that. But I don't know why. I guess my DVD skipped or something.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Now he did say, "I'll do anything for you." That sounded a little bit sexual.
Yes, I made a face there. It's like, "Hey, guess what? I need to make some extra money, and I can."
Oh God.
You see little Marie over there? Do you want a sore on your mouth too? Okay.
Hey, look,
right.
if you can take this pounding, you can take anything in the ring.
Did you know that I used
God.
to beat?
Stop. Don't ruin Rocky for me.
That's how we used to train in the old days.
Oh, we're at near
That was
the end,
quick though.
folks.
What do you
Can
guys
tell?
think about that quick? Oh, sorry.
I hated it. I hated
Yeah,
it. When he said,
not
"Are you
great.
hungry?" like that, it was so goofy and stupid.
Well, that's what I mean.
I
You should have been like,
ugh.
"All right, you got me." Or like, how
He's like,
can
"All
I
right,
say
kid,
no
come
to
on.
this?
Come with me," and then he takes him home. You didn't have to be like, "Are you hungry?" Like, fuck that. I hate that.
Or another one could have been. I mean, we know Adrian maybe is a good cook because he opened the restaurant, but the time of this film, we didn't know that. He could have, for all we know, Adrian's a horrible cook, right? He could have said, "Well, if you can handle my wife's cooking, I think you can handle my training," something like that.
He does mention that she's a good cook, but she's heavy with the garlic or something like that.
Well,
But
that's what
No such thing as being too heavy with the garlic.
Yeah.
that's your opinion, Kyle? Is that your
What's that?
opinion?
That is my
Are you-
opinion.
Okay.
I like garlic.
I like
do that.
garlic a lot.
There is
like,
definitely
hey-
such a thing as too much.
It's like, you're from Oklahoma. I'm sure the food that you grew up eating is bland
Mhm.
and
No
boring
problem.
as fuck. Have some like decent food. My Italian wife will make you.
Stallone is so good at writing, but humor probably not his strong suit. And I think that was
Yeah.
he's trying to be lighthearted and funny.
Like,
with
he
that.
can have a couple moments. He's
Mhm.
he's had a couple humorous moments, but I think they're more. Yeah, I agree. They're more kind of exceptions to the rule. Like,
Mhm.
I generally don't think Sly has the best sense of humor.
My
Sorry,
damn
buddy.
foot.
Yeah. Okay, you know what Sly's humor is? Him being dumb. Like he has like a good, like I don't know if he wrote this, but like, you know, like Jamaica's like, oh, European. You know, it's like stuff like that. Where
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah, yeah.
But, you know, that's where he shines. Like the self-deprecating
Yes.
stuff. He actually does have a decent sense of humor,
Yeah.
but like outside of that, not so much.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah? Come on. You're really gonna like the way Adrian cooks, you know. She does like amazing things with macaroni, especially tomatoes, but I gotta warn you, she can be a little vicious with the garlic.
Vicious with the garlic. Okay, there you go.
That's an interesting. His choice of words is I find fascinating always.
Oh yeah. No, he is a great writer, a great dialogue writer, and we actually teaser. We just recently recorded a review of Armor with Sylvester Stallone, straight to video, and on the Sylvester Stallone podcast show. Check it out; it's going to be in the feed very shortly. We talked about how Sly is a very good writer, and in his later years, it's unfortunate that he still kind of insists on being in front of the camera in these little schlocky, terrible films. I wish he would do like Clint Eastwood has done, kind of is like go behind the camera, create more, because you have an imaginative, creative mind, and you can tell
write.
stories.
You could obviously write.
Yeah, like I don't know why he doesn't. Whatever.
Well, it's
Okay. Well, we
ego.
have-
These act. I think they just have such big egos.
Gosh, you just said it. You spoiled it. That's what Craig said. Okay.
Oh,
All right. No, it's good. Good teaser. Good. You're right. Okay.
did
Answers,
he
you
write
ready?
it? Sorry, did he write it, Ryan?
Armor?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you'll hear the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm actually nervous about these answers. So here we go. I'm going to start with myself. True or false? There is a Philadelphia Flyers poster in Robert's room. I just got to get the answer.
I think it's a 76ers. I think that's the thing. I think it's
I am
false.
saying false. I don't think it's a hockey team. Phew.
I think you're right, Kyle, but I did put true.
Okay, so it
is
is
it false?
false. So I got one.
Damn it, I knew it was a
the
sports team.
76. It was the 76ers.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think it was hockey because I'm a hockey guy, and I would
You
have my
would've
brain
noticed.
would have been like, "Oh, cool, he has a hockey team up there." So
The-
I just
you know, of
noticed
like
sports.
the big four major league sports in America, hockey is like the least popular.
that's another good
Mhm.
clue. Yeah.
So it's like it's
True.
unlikely.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, so what? Sorry, I'm going to give my answer before I look, just so you guys trust me. Oh, we're not there yet. Sorry. Oh well, all these are the same. So Katie, I'll go with your answer. What time do Tommy and his girlfriend have to arrive for the Christmas party?
10 p.m.
Oh, I put 9.
I put 9 as well.
I was thinking 10 though. I was like debating between 9 and 10. It's 9:30.
Katie, you got your point.
It's 10.
Ah!
Yeah, I didn't
All
know it
right.
was that late.
I'm between
Tommy.
two names. I'm between
Tommy,
two names.
We're gonna be
Okay,
late.
you know, I have a name, but I know why I picked it, and it's nothing to do with this film.
I have a name too, and I know why I picked it because I think it's close to my mom's name. Oddly enough, that's why I picked it.
What did you
Well,
guys say?
My mom's name is Cherry, and I think her name is Sherry. And I think as a kid, I felt conflicted by that because I was like, "That's really close to my mom's name, and this woman's very boozmy."
Boozing,
that-
boozing.
And that's because as a teenage kid, that always threw me off. Like it's so close. to my
Oh, I
mom's
see.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want those two roads. to
No,
cross.
that's right. So
Yeah,
it sounds
yeah.
like my mom's name, but she's my mom's a very attractive woman, but the two.
Yeah,
shall
that's
not
like
overlap.
say like okay. I can I do a little sidetrack.
Sure.
You meet someone, say you're single. You
Yeah.
meet someone who is amazing. You get along with them. They're really attractive. You got great chemistry. But then they have like the same name as like your mom or your sister. Or
That
like
happens,
in your
yeah.
case, your brother. Like, oh man, I'm like, hey, how would you
Yeah.
feel about going by your middle name for
Yeah,
now
can we-
on?
let's- Nicknames.
Well, I'm actually the same name as my wife's ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And isn't
okay.
your wife the same name as your ex-wife?
No, but
Who is
that's
that? I
Sarah.
feel like somebody else
No,
has.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, somebody does. You're right. I think somebody does in our universe. Yeah. Okay. So so I'm going with Sherry. What do you have?
I put Jillian, but I'm thinking of like Jillian Anderson.
It is definitely not Jillian. You were on
Yeah.
the redhead track.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I know it's wrong because yeah.
Okay, I was between Linda and Luann, and I'm going with Luann. Oh, final answer, Luann.
Oh my gosh.
Is it Sherry?
The worst name. The
Oh.
worst name you could have for a female is
What?
Bernice?
no,
Bertha?
in today's social media.
Oh, Karen?
Yeah.
Karen.
Her name's Karen.
Yeah, where did I get the Sherry from? That's weird. Must be a different actress.
Damn, I really
Maybe
thought
you
it
were
was an
thinking of your
L.
mom. Maybe like it's a little bit of an
Maybe
name's
accent.
maybe the
Karen?
actress's name. Maybe the actress's name is something like that.
I
think it's
really
Karen.
don't remember her. I swore it was an L. Okay.
All right. Okay. Where are we now? So I think we all only have all 1 point right now, right?
Yeah,
Does
Yeah.
anyone have 2? Okay. Okay. I think we're all gonna get this. Whatever the answer is, what big mistake did Paulie make with I just said gave power of attorney.
That's what I
Yes.
said too.
As I officially said, he did nothing wrong. He's innocent.
He signed a blanket power of attorney
He did
in
sign
favor.
shit.
I love it. He put here power of eternity.
Did he really? Oh, I love that.
Adorable. That's adorable. Rocco, remember 10-year-old Rocco. I expect better questions and answers as a 15-year-old now, or whatever you are now.
Yeah, how old is
Okay.
he now?
I think it was definitely a teenager now. Well, this came out. Well, actually, look at the printing number in this. If there's a year on here.
Donald asks if your mom comes.
Yeah, I know. I
comes
saw
from-
that. How dare you, Donald? Yeah, and
And
Louis
then
says my
this complex from
Charlie,
Louis.
there isn't one. Ugh, that's so weird. When I learned about the Oedipus complex, it confused me because I don't understand how it exists. But whatever. Okay. Lastly, true or false? Yes, we got this one. I'm sure we got this one. Robert and his friends are watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
True.
Yes, kicking the
Okay.
Santa.
Sorry, the scores. Do we all get 3?
I think we all got 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang it.
I was confident about
Karen.
this Jerry. That's Karen is horrible. What a horrible name.
I even went through the alphabet and I was like, it can't be a K.
No,
Okay,
I would never
so-
guess Karen. I would never guess Karen.
I'm ahead of Katie by 1, and Katie's
think we
ahead
all
of Ryan
rolled the
by
same.
4. So it's
Yeah.
like
Anybody's
still pretty close.
it's
Yeah.
anybody's boxing match.
yeah.
All right. Well, this was actually a really this unlike other episodes. This one was,
I was like, what are you
I've done that before in other shows I record. I say the word actually, but I'm not actually saying what that word actually means. Okay. This was a really fun episode, and I hope everyone again has a great start to the new year in 2025. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, but Kyle, this episode is over.
I didn't hear no bell.
All right, guys. Thanks for all watching us live. You guys are amazing. We'll see you in the next episode.